He owed his success to his ingenious intuition and supernatural flair in business, though most of all, he was proud of his faultless morals. Though the workers' wives frightened their children with his name. Don't cry or you'll be taken by Rockefeller. One of the richest people on earth, John Davison Rockefeller, was born in 1839 in Richmond, Upstate New York. He inherited his passion for money from his father, who grew rich through allegedly fraudulent means, and his religious fanaticism from his mother. Since his childhood, John tried to earn money. He bought a pound of sweets, packed them up into separate bags, and sold to his own sisters. He caught little wild turkeys and fattened them for sale. The boy put the money thus earned in a coin box without fail, and soon he started to lend them for interest to his own father. By the time he was 16, John had completed accountant's courses, following which he left for Cleveland. On September 26, 1855, he got a job of an accountant's assistant there. John marked down that day as the day of his rebirth. Rockefeller went for work at 6:30 in the morning and left after 10 in the evening. He never smoked and didn't even drink coffee. He also never visited dance halls and theater. 3 years later, he put his $4,000 into a broker's company. With the beginning of the Civil War, the golden age of speculators had begun. Hundreds of thousands of Americans perished on the battlefields, while Rockefeller's business progressed. John noticed that every evening, kerosene lamps were lit at every American house. In 1863, together with his partner Samuel Andrews, he founded the first oil refining factory. And 4 years later, they founded the Standard Oil Company. By 1872, Rockefeller and Flagler had entered into a secret arrangement with the manager of railways and obtained the reduced rates for oil transportation. Their competitors had either to drop out of business or to sell their firms to Rockefeller. Later, this operation was named the Cleveland Execution. The partners carried on the same fraud in other cities of America. By 1877, Rockefeller supervised 90% of the USA's oil refining. His methods of business dealing, along with the cunning and unscrupulous manners, made the journalists nickname Rockefeller the Cleveland Mephistopheles. A criminal suit had been brought against the Standard Oil. In 1911, the Supreme Court of the USA ordered the Standard Oil to be divided into 34 separate companies. But the share price of the new companies even jumped up. So formerly having lost that game, Rockefeller doubled his fortune. It seemed that the invention of electricity would do irreparable harm to the oil magnate, but Rockefeller was confident, God will take care of me. The First World War began, and oil that had been formerly poured into kerosene stoves had to be filled in the military ships now. He was never nervous and never raised his voice. He gave high salaries and pensions to his employees. He cared for his mother in a considerate and affectionate way. He never quarreled with his wife. At home, he created a model of the market economy. His children conducted accountant's books, and every child earned as much as possible. 2 cents for a killed fly, 10 cents for a sharpened pencil, and 15 for chopping wood. The youngsters wore clothes after grown-ups, therefore the only son in the family had to wear girlish dresses. At the turn of the century, John Davison Rockefeller was recognized to be the richest man in the world, and his monopoly was named the greatest and the most unfair of ever existing. Only Standard Oil brought $3 million of income a year. He also possessed 16 railway and 6 steelmaking companies, 9 real estate trade firms, 6 shipping companies, 9 banks, and 3 orange groves. In his old age, John remained strong and vigorous. He became keen on sports. He learned to play golf, mastered racing bicycle, and became fond of a female society. He was named a devil, and to the end of his life he indeed became similar to him. Absolutely bald and bony head with no hair, eyebrows, eyelashes, or mustaches, thin lips, and small, severe, and attentive eyes. He had not lived only 2 years to his age of 100. On May 23, 1937, he died of a heart attack. Rockefeller's family numbers more than 200 people. Till now, by the cumulative capital size, it is considered the richest family of the USA.